Hi guys, Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm here to show you today. I'm going to do a step-by-step process. So this is going to be my process video on how to make a junk journal out of a book and also do an extended spine. Okay, and I've only done this once before as far as this extended spine. So, and I was looking for the original video where I learned this from and I can't find it. I thought I connected it. I thought I had put it in my description of some of my other videos and I'm not finding it. So anyway, we're going to go by memory and I think I can remember how to do it. So, okay, this is a book I got from Dollar Tree. Okay, and I do like this spine. I mean, it's a pretty nice wide one, but I stuff my journals way too much, so I need to have like a 3.5 inch spine. This book is 6.5 inches wide by 9.5 inches long, just to let you guys know how big a book I'm using. Okay, so, and this junk journal is going to be, I'm using my printable line called She's So Vintage. So that's the printables plus other things I'll be using in this junk journal. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is pick out a book. I got this book from Dollar Tree. I like this size. This is good for when you're going to take a regular printing paper size, 8.5 by 11, and fold them into signatures. This is a perfect size for that. Okay? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to, we want to cut the guts out of this. Make sure you guys are seeing me, and you are. And I am standing up for this process because I just feel like that's going to be, I would advise standing up too because you want to get right on top of this. Okay, I'm trying to, let me try to get into this. Let me do it again. Okay, there we go. You may have to do it a couple times till you get into it. And I don't think I'll be able to get everything in this one video, so there might be part 2, part 3. But we'll do as much as we can in this video in 1.5 hours. Now, it doesn't take, it's just 1.5 hours to do this because there's also drawing time. But I'm just saying the video time. Okay, so you just keep doing this until you start seeing it detach. Okay, I'm starting to see it detach. Keep going. Don't give up. Okay. Yay. See how this is pulled away? And never throw away the guts, okay? I do like pages like this that are all new and white looking because it looks really cool in your junk journals or different projects to layer white pages with really like aged pages. So, but the other thing you can do with this is you could take this when the guts are all out of it, pour coffee all over this. Just open it up and just keep pouring coffee. I've done this before and it really browns out the pages if you want to like age the pages. But keep it because there's so many projects on my channel and other people's channel of what to do with all these book pages. So just keep them. Okay. And don't feel bad about doing this, especially when you buy your books from Dollar Tree or from the thrift store. Because this is their last, I mean, you're saving them from going to a landfill. So, this is their last stop before they go to a landfill. Or maybe the last stop before they, hopefully they'll give them to a thrift store. But they're at the end. So, we're taking them and we are saving them from the landfill and doing something beautiful with them. Okay, so I'm still going to just keep getting this detached. Let me go back here. Okay, okay, I'm going back to the front. See how detached that is right there? Now I can really see it. So I'm just going to go right here. Open it up and go in. Just be careful. You don't want to cut yourself. Take your time as much as you can. I'm probably not taking my time enough, but there we go. So now look, the guts all came out. Okay, so you have all these beautiful book pages to work with now. Exciting. Okay. So I'm going to take my guts and I'm going to put this over on the side. All right, so now we're here. Okay. Now this is what we want to replace. We want to replace this, we want to replace this spine here, but you need to use this spine. So we want to cut this spine down the center, okay? Because we're going to use that to, make the new spine. Okay, so you don't have to get perfectly in the center, but you want to get in the center as much as you can. And what I'm doing is I like to I can do a straight line. If you can get yourself one of these glass mats or even a cutting mat, that would be great, so that you can line your ruler up with the lines here. Like I'm lining up with this line and the line down here. When you line them up with the lines on your let's go over a little bit more right here. You can get a straight line. Just want to make sure what I'm doing. Okay. Line up there, line up here. So it really helps to have a mat like this, either a glass one or the ones like for fabric. Okay, we're gonna do this. Is that gonna, this should work. Yeah, this should work. Just making sure I got it good. All right, got it lined up. Take my X-Acto knife. Try to hold on to this whole thing. Okay. Let's go through this again. Did I get it? You know what might be easier? Okay, I've already done it once, so I know exactly where my line is. So I'm just going to use my scissors now and just finish cutting it. Oh yeah, because it was already almost ready to go, which I think is a better idea than keep going over and over it, because you could start going array. Okay, so I mean, I could have gotten that a little bit better. See how? But we're still going to be fine. Okay. All right. As long as you have two flaps here, that's all we need, is something to glue the centerpiece in. Okay. So put this away, or not away, just to the side. Get yourself a nice thick piece of cardboard. You don't really want like one from a box, like a regular box, like you send packages. You want something, if you can, get something thicker than a cereal box, like the double thickness of a cereal box. That's really what you want. If you can't find that, maybe glue two cereal boxes together. That's what I would do. I got this from some type of packaging, and I'm going to make a 3.5. I'm going to make a 3.5 binding. Okay, because I really stuff my journals, my junk journals, and I'm gonna try this time. I have a plan so I don't overstuff it like I did my last one. It's like insane. I need to calm down with that. Okay, so again, lining up with the top of this and the bottom of this so I can get this straight. Okay. There we go. We got the line in there. Got it cut pretty good. See? Didn't go all the way through. No major. Let's use our scissors. And I'm using my Tim Holtz. They're so great for like thick. This is like chipboard thick. That's what I should have said. You want like chipboard thick. But if you, like I said, if you don't have chipboard thick, then use, take 2 cereal boxes and glue them together. And I would glue them together with Eileen's Tacky, because that is just, in my opinion, some of the best glue. We're going to use Eileen's Tacky today too. Good. I'm making sure I'm still on camera. Make sure you guys are still seeing me. All right. That looks good. So we got that cut out. Well, I'm excited for my new junk journal. Okay, so what I do is I want to show you something that's very important. Do not try to cut the spine. Do not try to cut it the size of the book. Where's the front of this? Okay, there we go. Is this how this goes? No. Okay. And this goes this way? Yeah. Cut it longer than the size of the book. Then we'll cut this off afterwards. This way, you're not trying to make it fit, because you might cut it too short, and you don't want to do that. You don't have to deal with all that. Now, these flaps right here is where you're going to glue down, right on here. And the only thing is that you want your you want these to be straight across from each other as much as possible, so things line up. So I think we did it. I think these are straight across from each other. Yeah, they are. I did that the first time. I can't believe it. So just do your best, and I'm gonna mark this so I know where this goes. I'm gonna mark it all the way across. Okay, so let's line that back up there again like that. And let's do it, let's mark it at the bottom too. Just straight across, and that way we just kind of know where things are gonna be at. Okay? Okay. Okay, so now we have a nice, so now we know exactly where to line these up at. See what I did? Straight across. Okay, so now we're going to glue. You want to glue this flap on here like this. Okay? And at the same time, you still want this to be able to, see, close. So don't go too far into this. Don't go in the crux. Stay on the outside of the crux. All right, let's get some, oh, actually, you guys, you know what? I just lied. This is gonna go like this. Sorry. It's not gonna go on top, it's gonna go underneath. There we go. See how everything's gonna lay a lot flatter? There we go. So, how I lined it up is still perfect, but these flaps are gonna get glued down this way. Okay, underneath. Okay, remember I told you guys I only have done this extended spine once. I didn't do it on camera because I wanted to practice it, and the video that I learned it from, I can't find the video. Anyway, I'm using Eileen's Tacky. You get it at Dollar Tree. It's some of the best glue in my opinion. It tacks down everything. Especially something like this. I think it's awesome. And we're getting this extended spine all done, and after we do that, then we're going to do a collage on the outside and the inside of the book of the junk journal with my printables, which will be great fun. Okay, lots of glue. Just making sure there's lots of glue. I don't care if it squeezes out everywhere. Just make sure you have a lot of glue. That's important. Okay. Store your Eileen's Tacky upside down because it's so thick. That way, when you go to get it, it's easy. Okay, so we want to line the top of the book. Let's do this one first. With the top of this here, with that line. Let's put this one underneath again also. Perfect. Okay, and still you want to make sure that this goes like that, so test it. You want to make sure that this goes easily. Perfect. Okay. Okay, and then you want to get something. I'm gonna pause you guys and go get something. You want to get something that you can put on here that's nice and heavy so that this all dries solid. So just a second. Okay, I found some little things you put on a shelf for books. Super heavy. So this is going to be perfect because you need something heavy to hold all this down. Okay. Perfect. I kind of want something to hold down there. It's probably fine. Do I need something there? Oh, we're probably good. Just back this up. Okay, perfect. That's probably just really good right there. So what you're going to do is you're going to let this sit overnight. That's what I would do. Do this in the evening and let it sit overnight. There we go. And let this sit overnight. And when you wake up in the morning, it'll be ready to go for the next steps. So, like I said, let's let this sit overnight. And for you guys, it'll be like 2 seconds. And for me, it'll be overnight. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute. See you in a few seconds. Okay, so we are continuing on. So the last time we left off here, I had put these on here overnight. And now everything is glued in and glued in really, really well. So the next step is going to be to cut these evenly across. Okay, so let me get, hopefully I can stay on camera while I do this. Yes, I am. All right, so I'm just gonna put my straight, I'm gonna put my ruler here on both of these and use my X-Acto knife. There we go. Oops, I slipped a little bit. There we go. And whatever doesn't cut all the way through, yeah, that's fine. We'll just cut it with the scissors. But it's nice to do it with the X-Acto knife because then you get a nice straight cut to follow with the scissors. Okay. All right. Okay, we're just making sure you guys are still seeing me. So I'm just going to follow that line that I made with the X-Acto knife and the ruler, and then just use my scissors to cut it. If I can get my scissors. There we go. I love these Tim Holtz scissors for the I love these Tim Holtz scissors to cut things like this. This is that thick chipboard, so. And remember I said if you don't have chipboard, a thick chipboard, then take 2 cereal boxes and glue those together, and that should work to get the thickness of chipboard. Okay, so those pieces are cut off. So see how we have it now? Perfect. So the inside here is just like perfect. The outside, you have just a little bit, not majorly, but a little bit of space here. So what I wanted to do is take another piece of cardboard and cover this. Okay. So 3 inches, 3.5 inches, like we did in the middle, should work. So let's trim this 3.5 inches. I'm gonna try using my wooden ruler. Only because well, maybe not. I need a longer ruler. I'm also standing up. Okay, so 3.5 inches is right here on my mat. All right, hold this down. Hold it down as tight as you can because everything can slip so easily. And then I want to follow that line with I'm going to cut it out with my scissors. So is it important to do that like with the X-Acto knife first and your ruler and this little thing here? Yes, because then it then everything's lined up and you can cut straight. All right, so that should be 3.5 inches. Let me bring my book back in. Let me see if I can put this down. And then everything will be really, really nice and smooth on both sides. Okay? You see how nice and smooth that is here? It'll be nice and smooth on this side too. And again, let's just put this in the center and make sure that you have something flanking off both ends, and then we'll trim it out once it's dry again. Okay? And also make sure that you've not gone into the crux and that everything can fold. Okay, so let's add our glue. Eileen's Tacky. Again. And this doesn't have to sit overnight if you don't want to and you want to work on it, because the next thing we need to do is we're going to do some collage. And that's what we're going to cover. That's what we're going to cover our journal with, our junk journal with, is collage. We're going to use my printables, and I'm going to print them off, and I'm going to print them off using the printer paper. Not cardstock, just the printer paper, because printer paper is much easier to collage. Okay. There we go. So let's put this on here, just like this. And again, just making sure that we are. And then again, we want to take something heavy and put this down. Okay? Just like this. At least let this sit for like 3 or 4 hours. Let me move this forward. Let this sit for like 3 or 4 hours to dry. And if you want to go on with the collaging of this, you can. But I would let it dry for 3 or 4 hours before you start covering this. However you want to do it, whether you want to collage it with your papers, my printables, whatever, fabric, let it all set for 3 or 4 hours. Ideally overnight, but 3 or 4 hours you're going to be fine, and you can continue on decorating your cover. Okay. All right. The next thing I'm going to do, because I need to let this dry, I'm going to set up. I'm going to do a new setup here, and we're going to put the signatures together. So that's what's next. Okay, so now we have a whole new setup. I put that aside, and that's going to dry. But let's put together our signatures. So that's the next step while that's drying. So, all right, so these are my printables. So we're going to use my printables. I have a stack of printables here and another stack of printables here. These are printed on cardstock. Then I have some coffee dyed paper that we're going to use. And then these are my printables that are like vertical. Well, these aren't my printables. These are just things that I found in my stash here. But these right here are printables that are printed vertically. If you want to do a tall junk journal or skinnier junk journal, as they say. But I went ahead and chopped them either bottom or top, folded them in half, or folded them like 3/4 like this, so we have like a little short page. And short pages are great because you can attach things onto these, and this can be now a flip, or it can even be a little tuck spot. So, and these are also, let me show you, these are also all of my, they've been trimmed, so just remember that they're longer than this, but these are my printables also. Now these ones I printed on printer paper, just to give me that difference. I wanted to have different textures, you know, the cardstock. Okay, and that one I folded that way. Okay, that's not a printable, that's not a printable. So that's all those tall printables there. Okay, so I wanted to, in this one, this junk journal, I want to have different sizes and like different widths. Everything is going to be the same size as far as going lengthwise, but it's widthwise I'm going to have all the differences. Okay. Okay, so we have this one first, so that's what we'll do. And do I want this one first, or do I want this first? I'm looking to see. I want this first. I want to see what I want my first signature to look like, and I want this. And these ones here, unlike the other ones, are vertically printed for tall journals, or you can just trim a little bit and use them in your regular size journal. And a regular size journal is like when you can fit an 8.5 by 11 and fold it in half and make a signature. Okay, that's what's considered the regular one. All these pages right here are all printed horizontally, so you can just easily fold them up like this, no trimming or anything, and make them into, unless you want to trim them, into signatures. Okay. All right, so we have this here. All right, let's now mix. Let's do a piece of coffee stain paper. So I have this coffee stain paper. Let's do that next. What else do we got? Okay, and then, let's put all these right here. Then I want to do like a letter of some sort or something. So we'll do this one here, this like little love letter. Okay, and I did it so it'll be a short page. Okay. And like I said, see how that's a short page right there? So that's going to go in the center. This right here can be a flap, or I can glue that in and it can be a little tuck spot. Okay. And anything that's plain on this side, we'll either take like an oxide, antique linen, and just right from the pad, just go like this, and it kind of like tea dyes everything, or we'll cover that with some beautiful papers. Okay. Or book pages or whatever. Okay. Next, let me see what we just did. All right, so let's do another printable. Here's my next printable, and this printable line is called She's So Vintage. So this is very, very vintage looking. Okay. This is the tall ones, but I trimmed them down and I have it as a short page right there. So I folded it, but left it like this, okay? And this may or may not get trimmed. See how it goes beyond my width so far? We'll see how it looks as we're going along. And then a piece of coffee dyed paper. Okay, let's do another one of these printables. And right now, the things that are cardstock are my printables that I made that go horizontally and just easily fold into signatures. These are the ones that I did in cardstock. Everything else I did in printer paper weight. Okay. There we go with that. Here is music note paper. We'll put that in. And a piece of coffee dyed paper. Well, you know what? Then I have two like that. Let's do this. This is one of the tall pages that I cut down. Okay. Let's put that in here. Just to kind of divide that up. Do I want that like that? I kind of don't like that either. Just a second. I'm just trying to get different, just things kind of different. Perfect. This is different. So this is a piece of like a little love letter. Well, and I have it folded like that. Okay, so it'll be a short piece. But what I like about it is I have differences. See, I have this one. This one's a little longer. So I really want to kind of keep that up. And we'll do a piece of coffee dyed paper. And actually, let's not do a piece of coffee dyed paper. Let's do one of the tall printables that I just folded in half and trimmed. Perfect. And let's do another signature. And I'm going to do 2 signatures in this journal. I'm just going to try my best this time not to over decorate so that I don't want my journal to be so fat. Like this last time, I could barely even show you guys my journal. That's how fat it was. It was like ridiculous. Okay, here's another love letter. Okay, and I folded it in half. I also trimmed it at the bottom. So we'll put that in there. Okay. Let's do a piece of coffee dyed paper. That's something different. And then let's do another one of these foldy bits. Perfect. This one right here is another of my tall printables. When I say tall, I mean I made it vertically instead of horizontal. For horizontal, I made them vertical, okay? And they're a lot longer than this, but I trimmed them up. So just check out my Etsy shop. Oh, and every 5 pages is $2 in my Etsy shop if you're interested in this line called She's So Vintage. Okay. Next, let's do another one of these. There we go. And we'll do this love letter. Okay, it's all copy stained. And it'll be a short page because I only folded it just like that. So that'll be like a short page here. Okay, once I put that in. What else? Let's do this. This is one of my tall pages. And again, I just folded it like that. And it'll end up being another short page right there. And then let's do a piece of coffee dyed paper. Oh, let's do coffee dyed paper. This was dyed with, I believe, avocado skin. See how it has a pinkish tint to it? How pretty. That can go in the center there. How thick are we getting here? Oh, we're good. Okay, and then let's do another one of the cardstock. Oh, let me show you what it looks like. Okay, these are the ones that I made, that I created horizontally so that we can just fold them into signatures easily. Okay, put that in the center. And what else do we got here? Let's put this in. This is a, what do you call this? Oh, I can't think of the name of it. We'll fold it in half. Ledger. Little small ledger though. Isn't that cool? So we'll put that in there, which I just love. We'll put that in the center. So you really get some variation. A lot shorter page there. And then also let's do this love letter. And this was printed vertically, trimmed it up a little bit. We'll put that in there. So I love this, how we have that with that. See the difference? That looks cool. And then let's do a coffee dyed paper. Let's do another printable. That's what this looks like. Okay. Okay. We'll put that in the center there. Let's get some differences going here. You know, I want all this to go into my next one. All of this can go in there. Okay, so let's just do it like this. We'll do this coffee dyed card stuff. First we'll do this. We'll do this. Here's another one of the vertical pages, but it'll be a short page. I just folded it right there. And then this I've already divided. This is just a coffee dyed paper. We'll put that here in the center. There we go. So let's just go through it real quick and just see what we have. Okay, so see how things are going to look. Anything that's white will be either use the Timos Distress ink, especially in the tea dye or the vintage photo, or we'll cover it with some of my printables or book pages or music note pages, just whatever. See how that's, I love that. I love seeing the difference. Like this is a shorter page, that's a longer page. I've seen people doing that in their journals and I really want, like I love this against this. Oh, I love that. At first I didn't think I liked this so white, but I'm going to leave it white because I like it against the coffee dyed paper. That looks good. This is another page. I love this, how it's a little bit shorter than this one. This one's longer. Fabulous. This is exactly how I wanted this to look. And I love the avocado. This is, yeah, avocado dyed. If you avocado dye paper or fabric or lace, it gives a real pretty pink hue to it. Okay. And I love this, how short that is. And then this here, like the whole difference of all this is fabulous. And this against the coffee dyed paper. Love it. Fabulous. Okay. And see how you end up with a short page right here? I love the short page here because then this can be like a, it can either be glued down. I gotta make sure I straighten that out. It can either be glued down like this and be a little tuck spot, or I can use this as a flap and glue something else onto here. Okay. As a flap. Okay. Again, another little short page. Again, another little short page right here. Love how this looks. The regular size, then this short page against the copy dyed. Love it. Again, this page is a little bit shorter than this against this. I love that. And the backs of all of these will definitely cover with something, you know, a piece like a printable, scrapbook paper, music notes, book page, whatever. It'll be, or I'll stain it with the Tim Holtz Distress inks. A little short page, bam. Fabulous. And there we go. And there's the end of it. Okay. And I gotta see, yeah, I like it. I like how there's some bits sticking out. That's just like perfect. And to kind of hold this together in this order, I have these. Aren't they fabulous, you guys? Pink ones too. You get them at Dollar Tree in the crafting section. They have this size, and they have this size, and they have this size. I think you get like 6 of them in a pack. Let's see, maybe 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you get 6 of these and like 4 of these in a pack. I think something like that. But for right now, we're going to use the smaller ones to hold this together. This is yummy. Oh, love this. Okay, so let's put together our next one. So here's our next one. These are all my printables printed out on cardstock. I just want to see what I want to start with for my first page. I'll do this one for my first page. Okay, so there we go. And this is just, you know, getting all the pages together. We'll be adding pockets, tuck spots, envelopes. I mean, just all that stuff as we go along. But this is just getting the base of the everything down. Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's open this up. And let's do some copy dyed paper. This is not coffee, this is avocado skin. We'll do this love letter. This was a tall page, but then I trimmed it up. Okay. Let's do another printable. Here we go. Okay. That goes down here. I am going to do, what I want to do, I want to do, this is so fabulous. I copy dyed this. This is at the end of a word search. It has all the answers. And I just think it's cool looking. Isn't that cool? And what I want to do is I want to, and this is a word, the word search. I want to glue this onto here so that we can have like a, this can like fold in. Okay, so we're going to do it right now. Where's my glue stick? Let's do it right now. So then I have this all done, glued in and ready to go. Okay. Okay, so this will just fold in like this. In fact, let me just see. I might fold it a little bit more. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, so this is going to get folded in like this. So that's good. So we know where our fold is at. This needs to come in to about right here. So let me refold this right here. Okay. So I love this. So now we have this can go like this, okay? And I can either glue this in and make it into a tuck spot, or I could just leave this so this flips in and out. So there we go with that. What else do we got going on? Let's do let's do another one of my printables on cardstock. Okay. Put this in the center. There we go. And then this is from a Sears catalog. I made a copy of it, and I also coffee dyed it, and I also trimmed it up a little bit. Okay, we'll put that right here. We'll do a piece of coffee dyed paper. This isn't just coffee dyed. Look how cool that little design is right here. That is done with spraying coffee on it and then putting a stencil on it and letting the paper dry with the stencil on top. It takes that impression into the coffee dyed paper. Okay. And then let's do another printable. Okay. Fold this in half. And what else do we got here? We have some more music note paper. We'll put that in. We will put in a piece of coffee dyed paper. I love that. See how that's going to look? Very cool. Another printable. Okay. And then I have another piece of music note paper. We'll put that in. We will put in, let's put another printable in because we're getting towards the end here. It's not pretty. We'll put that in here. We're going to put a piece of coffee dyed paper in here. And let me grab some more coffee dye paper. I'm running out of things to put in here. Just a second. I'm at the end here. I have a bag here with all my coffee dye paper that I've done up. Oh, this is something different. Let's do this. We'll do that. Oh. And oh, this is pretty. We'll do this. This is the avocado skin dye paper. Okay, so we have this. We'll do another printable. Okay. That's what this printable looks like. I love how vintage the pages look in this whole little series I created. Now this is a piece of the avocado dyed skin paper and it kind of ripped right there and I love that. So I might have also baked this in the oven, and if I have to reinforce it I will, because I do see that it's kind of ripped right there, but that's fine. We'll reinforce it with some tape of some sort just to make sure this isn't gonna, yeah, just to repair that just a little bit. But I love that, and I love how it's ripped right there. I think that's cool. And then let's do another printable. Maybe I should let you guys see that for a little bit longer so you know what it looks like. Now I've shown you a lot of printables that are in my in this line called She's So Vintage, but there's way more printables, you guys, than what I'm showing you here. And there's tags, there's envelopes, there's fancy, there's longer ones, bigger ones, there's just all kinds of stuff. So check out that if you want to check that out. It's a really big series. She's So Vintage. And then I think I want to do this, I think, in the center. This is just like some type of, I got this out of something. So it's coffee dyed on this side, and it's like just a book page of some sort. So let's fold this like this. And I love that. And then open that up there. Okay. And we may end up covering it. We may leave that. We may just add a pocket. Who knows? There we go. What time, how much time we've been on here? Okay, 32 minutes. Let's just go through this really quick so we can see how things look. Okay. Love that. Love the difference between a shorter and a larger page. Very cool. Again, the short and long page. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love how that looks against each other. Love that. Those two against each other. Love this and this against each other. Ooh, love that against that. The avocado dyed paper. This is pretty. This against that. Isn't that pretty? Love it. I love the coffee dyed against that. That's pretty. Very nice. Like we have a little shorter page here. Beautiful. Printables against coffee dyed. We've got a little shorter page here. You know what might be kind of cool on this one, I can see it right now, is to glue this down here and here and leave it tucked here for a tuck spot. We'll definitely do that. That's gonna look really nice. Okay. And then we have this here. And again, we could do the same thing with this one. I can either decorate this side or bring this here and tape it down here, glue it or tape it down here, and use as another tuck spot. So we'll see. We'll see as we go along. But I love how I put the two books to two signatures together, and I love some of it sticking out right here. It's not sticking out too much. It's just perfect. And just to keep everything together in order, we will put this together. So we have this one and we have this one. So we have our two signatures. Yay! So the next thing is going to be, we have to let that the cover dry. We'll trim that up because you remember the pieces of cardboard a little longer. We'll trim that up. Then we'll do a collage with my printables, print it on printer paper, collage that front and back, and then we'll put the printables in. Okay, so that's where we're at with that. So I'm not sure if this if the collage part is going to be a part of this video, or if we're going to have a part, is that going to be in part 2? I got to see how long this video is. So if it ends now, it ends now. If not, if it doesn't, I'll see you in part 2. So this is where we're at now. Next is to let the junk journal dry. That's drying right now for the cover, and we'll collage. So I will see you guys in a minute, or in the next part 2. Okay, you guys, I just decided, I paused for a second because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I want to see how long this video is already. So we're going to have 2 parts. So we're going to end this video here, and then we'll continue on with the next video. We'll do the collaging and putting in our signatures, okay? I think I do need to divide this up into part 1 and part 2. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. We have a group called Our Magical Little Place. If you decide to, if you make junk journals, if you want to use my printables, you can. If you, anything you do, craft, junk journal, knit, crochet, come share, come join the group. If you have a YouTube channel or Etsy shop, you can leave links. Oh, and if you like my printables, every five printables is $2. You print off as many as you want. And my clickable link to my Etsy shop, which is My Fairy Treasures, is in the description box. And our group is called Our Magical Little Place. Again, clickable link in the description box. Okay, you guys, that's it for this one. Talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.